Today, on Destination Polaris, we unleash a sand hog. It's time for Project X with Tmw Off Road.
I'm so excited.
I feel like I'm on a ride. Dad, where are we going?
Hold on for the ride. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Welcome to Destination Polaris and Project X. We're at the home of Tmw Off Road in Mesa, Arizona. I mean, look at all these razors. If you want a custom build, this is the place to be. Doug.
Jared, how are you, man?
Good. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you back.
It's our fourth time here, man.
Fourth time's a charm.
Fourth time is the charm. And you guys are building a turbo for us.
We are, yes. We, XP Turbo 4, excited. Great machine. Can't wait to build this thing up.
You guys got a lot to do, so I'll let you get started.
Well, the vehicles have just evolved so much with the suspension and horsepower and what you can do with a Razor now compared to when the 900 first came out or even the 800. For this build, we chose the Polaris XP4 Turbo 4-seater. When they came out with that XP4 Turbo, we knew that was the machine we wanted to build on this show. I like the Turbo because there's so much more we can do with it. The motor's built for a turbo, and we like to turn them up. It's already got forged pistons. It's already built up to handle boost, and so we just want to take it and turn the boost up a little bit. So far, we've done 3 Project X builds. First one we did was, we called it the Sleeper. It was a little 900 2-seater we did, and we put a turbo on it and put some suspension on it. But we kept it all black, just real simple lines, nothing to really draw attention. And then when you lined up at the hill, it was a monster, it was fast. And so that's why we call it the Sleeper. Second build we did was a 900 when they came out with the 4-seat 900. It was the first build where we actually started making our own doors. It was a black and green 4-seater. We supercharged that one. That was a pretty cool Razor. And then the last one we did, we called it the Phantom. That was one of my favorite ones. It was a 1,000 4-seater. We put long travel, did a few things to it, some amazing graphics, rigid lights. That was a great car. It was a lot of fun. Every time you come back, it's like, how did we do the last one? We want to do a little better. You know, what can we make show off that really shows what we do? We wanted to build a sand machine because that's where we live, and the sand just is something that we love, and that's where we want to be and ride. We wanted the wide body fenders, we wanted the sleek roll cage, the long travel suspension. So we wanted to look a little bit more unique than your normal Razor build, so we chose some pretty cool products to make that happen. We're going to use the Tmw roll cage doors, bumpers. We at TMW chose to build the new roll cage for the dunes this last season. We call it the Dune Edition roll cage. We lifted the front up a little bit, laid the windshield back a little bit. It creates about 5 inches more viewable area in the windshield for guys who are trying to dune real hard. You know, I think we have about 30 different companies involved in this project alone, so we're not really super cliquish. We just know if there's the best products out there, we want to use them. We want to be a part of that. Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
The actual, you mean the name of this actual vehicle? It's to be announced. We're not going to let it out that easy, you know? You got to hold on to it a little bit.
So our turbo doesn't look so fast anymore, but that's okay because we're gonna put it back together and start right here. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Super ATV, your trusted source for high-quality off-road parts and accessories. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier, think Progressive. And by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Our 4-seat turbo looks a little slow right now, but that's okay. Time to put it back together, and we're gonna start with suspension.
We start out with this, preparing for the dunes, getting ready. Lone Star suspension, A-arms, definitely the best in the business. These are something new for us, actually. This is RCV's axle. They're claiming toughest axles in the world, so we're gonna go find out. I'm excited. I'm so excited. The package we're using is the MTS. It's the 3.5 wider per side. So the arms are 3.5 inches longer on each side, so it's 7 inches wider overall. So it makes a huge difference in the stance of the vehicle and in the wheel travel. It increases the wheel travel quite a bit. Makes it over 20 inches of wheel travel. The new turbos do come with Fox shocks. They upgraded that this year to the Fox, and they're great shock. The factory shocks are great, but we got with Justin at Shock Therapy. He set up this package. Shocks are tuned and dialed for the whoops, jumps. The turbos are great in factory form, but everything can always be a little better, you know? And we want to increase horsepower, but we don't want to ruin the reliability. So we're going to run a Boondocker fuel controller. It's going to give us about 30 more horsepower to the tire, raises the boost level just a little bit. We're running a Trinity dual exhaust, which helps us get rid of the back pressure and helps us build that extra boost that we need. We're also running an STM clutch that helps us get the power to the ground. Now that we're increasing the horsepower, we felt we wanted to, keep the belt and do a little bit more with the clutch. To the ground, to the tire, you'll see about 30 horsepower to the tire. XTC, their new power products, has made our life easy.
Everything is in one box now.
Yeah, so all the relays are housed in one box. You have your fuse panel, your switches, it's all plug and play, real simple install. Takes a 2-3 hour job, makes it like a 20-minute job. When you're thinking about tires and wheels for the dunes, it's a little bit different than when you're talking about tires and wheels for the desert or for the rocks. In the dunes, you're trying to basically float on the sand. You're trying to stay on top of the sand, get this vehicle up out of the sand and moving. For this build, we chose the Hyper wheels, carbon fiber beadlock. Great beadlock. The cool thing about it is it's made out of carbon fiber, the drum, so it's lightweight. The center is still a forged center made by Hyper. And then we went with some big balloon tires. You'll look at them and be like, man, those things are massive, but you'll see when we get in the sand how well they work.
Doug, this is probably the coolest dash, man, I've ever seen.
It is amazing. We love these Glasscraft dashes because it gives us a great canvas to kind of do whatever we want with switches, GPSs, stereos. So starting over here on the left, we have our Boondocker GT tuner. Gives us our boost pressures, coolant temperatures, a little bit more information than what you normally get out of your factory display. And then we jump to the race pack, which is famous for data logging, fuel control. It'll show you what gear you're in, your boost, your fuel level, everything. Then we jump over here to our PMX2 by Rockford Fosgate. This thing is incredible for stereo lovers. It gives you all your AM, FM, Bluetooth, Pandora radio, obviously GPS. We went to HDS7, so we have a big touchscreen, gives us a little bit more visibility for when we're really out in the middle of nowhere looking for something special. We've got a ton of lights, ton of accessories, whips, dome lights, rock lights.
Of course, over here, rugged radios.
Rugged radios, yeah, I can't be without those.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. This is the most complete dash I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of like the cockpit of a race car, and that's kind of what we're going for, and this is kind of like that luxury pre-runner style where you have the great suspension of a pre-runner, but the inside's, you know, plush and has all the accessories and the little things that you want.
So we've got our suspension on, wheels and tires. These look awesome. Plastics, the dash, all set to go. Coming up next, the cage and everything else. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Allstate. Are you in good hands? And by Aluma Trailers, the best aluminum trailers available. And by SSV Works, the leader in off-road weatherproof audio systems. SSV Works, make some noise.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. It's time for my favorite part of every build, and that's the cage. You guys ready?
We're ready.
All right, load it on. Now I'm just gonna supervise. You guys got it? I'm supervising, right? Supervising.
There you go.
Doug, I say the cage is always my favorite because once it goes on, it's awesome.
Yeah, it changes the whole look of the vehicle for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our Dune Edition cage that we came out with this last year, specifically designed for the sand dunes. Lifts the front up 2 inches. We laid the windshield back a couple inches, and it gives us about 4.5 more inches of viewable area through the windshield, which is perfect for duning. 100% built, designed, welded, fabricated in-house.
What's next?
Next is doors. We got a little bit more to do with the hood, seats, and our top secret bed covers coming next.
Ooh, awesome, can't wait. Now that the RZR's on the ground, Christmas has arrived here at TMW. This is what I'm talking about. Everything in this massive box, speakers, amps, all of it going on the RZR.
I love stereos, yeah. It's the 16-year-old kid in me. Just love to feel that bass, you know. And that's why Rockford Fosgate is such a great fit for the projects we do. In the last year, they've come out with their stage 1, 2, 3, 4 kits for the XP1000. We start off with a kind of a brighter colored design. It's got a blue, black, white, really unique design, a little bit lighter colors. When we sat down with Wolf Designs, we kind of wanted something different than like the really dark blues and the greens, and I think it's really going to come together. We're known for our doors, for the quality of our doors, the function, all hand TIG welded here in our shop. A lot of different reasons why our doors are so popular. One of them is they don't make a lot of noise. The way we use the body to silence the doors is kind of unique. We also have a center hinge design which allows us to keep the doors pretty close together so we can run the graphics straight through the doors. Makes a great billboard. Also, when you want to work on your vehicle, the doors come off very easily with no tools, so you can access the full vehicle and you're off and going.
So what's going on, man?
Oh, dude, just thinking I should have put the front seat back here for my height, but yeah.
This is what happened when the build goes really late at night.
There's way more room here like this.
I think we should just stay back here until it's done.
Just wait.
Just wait. Just be like this. Are you done yet? These are really comfortable seats, by the way.
Yeah, XXX makes a great seat, top to bottom.
I like it.
I could watch TV in this.
I could take a nap right now.
Yeah.
Doug, I'm sure you get this all the time, but you have a really nice backside. No, no, machine, not you. Sorry.
Well, thank you. That is one of the things we've always got great praise on is the rear end of our cars, the bumpers. They fit tight. They fit in trailers because they're tied to the back of the car.
And what are you hiding right here?
Oh, this is our new bed cover for the XP Turbo and XP 1000. You know, you can do anything with it. You can hide tools underneath their coolers. Underneath this one, we have 3 separate cooler bags, and you can definitely open it up. And
look at that.
So it's got 3 24-can coolers, so you can put a lot of something in there. The Baja Designs lights really set things off, and you know, we don't like cheap lights. We don't like the Chinese version of the light bars that come out because you just don't get the quality at night when you drive. We like to drive fast at night, and so Baja Designs really delivers.
Doug, it looks awesome, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We put a lot into it.
Good.
We're excited. I think it turned out great, top to bottom. I think it's amazing.
It is. Got a name for it?
I do, but I'm not going to share it with you just yet. I'm going to save it till tomorrow.
Come on. All right, stick around. Taking this to the dunes, you're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Polaris Visa Card. Power your passion. Earn Polaris cash on all of your purchases. And by Brimstone Recreation Area, the epic destination to camp, ride, kick back, and cut loose.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. It's a pretty windy day out here in the dunes. I'll tell you what, it's not gonna bother me or our Project X machine one bit.
We're really confident this thing's gonna perform exactly as we expect, and I think it's gonna be great. Things that make it great for out here, obviously long travel suspension, boondocker performance products, the STM clutch. Shock therapy is a huge bonus out here where it's really rough and choppy. It makes it worth coming out. We're always tearing up axles in the sand, so the RCV is gonna keep us from blowing stuff up out here. This is our first time testing out the RCV axles, and so we wanna do a real shakedown, jump it, run it through the whoops, beat it to death, and make sure that they're going to hold up, that we're not selling something that's, you know, a product that's going to fail out here on our customers. When I was a kid, I loved playing Sonic the Hedgehog, so we decided to name this car Sonic, and one of the guys came up with the name Sonic the Sandhog, so that's the name of our car. There are a lot of guys that come out to the dunes and want to just run up and down the hill and then go back to camp. We're not those kind of guys. Machine's amazing, handles the whoops great, jumps great, lands flat, lots of power. Couldn't be happier. The Dune Edition cage makes it great for a guy my height to get around the dunes. Love the look, love the wrap that Wolf Designs draped our whole body in. It makes the thing amazing, looks amazing. A little bit lighter blue than we've done before, like that new color. Very happy. This shows off a lot of what we do in the shop. You know, as I look at this project, this is something I wanted to build a car for myself and you know, build it the way I'd want it for me. When we were setting up this project, I thought, you know, what would I do for my perfect dream sand car if I could just have everything that I wanted on it? And this is it. This is the way I would set it up. This is going to be my car for the next season, and I'm excited to get out there and show it off.